So, you've probably heard the name ServiceNow floating around, right? In meetings and emails, it's one of those big, important sounding tools that seems to be everywhere. But what does it actually do? Well, today we're going to break it down, peel back the curtain, and explain it in a way that just makes sense. Okay, so before we can even talk about what ServiceNow is, we have to understand the problem it was built to solve. And honestly, it's a problem we've all faced, that chaotic, sometimes super frustrating maze of just trying to get help from IT. I mean, really think about it for a second. We've all been there. You send an email into the void, you make a phone call, you talk to one person, they tell you to talk to someone else, and you have absolutely no idea what's happening, when it's going to get fixed, or if anyone is even looking at it. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. And look, we're not talking about some bizarre, complex problems here. We're talking about the everyday stuff that just grinds your work to a halt. You can't log into your computer, or your email just stops working. Maybe the VPN isn't connecting when you're working from home. Or maybe you just need a new piece of software installed. Every single one of these can send you right back into that confusing support maze. So how do you fix a maze like that? Well, you don't. You get rid of it. You replace it with a central hub. And that, in a nutshell, is exactly what ServiceNow is. It's the tool designed to bring some serious order to all that IT chaos. All right, so let's translate that. First, cloud-based just means you can get to it from anywhere with an internet connection. Simple enough. But that one essential system part, that's the real magic here. It creates one single organized place for IT to manage every single request and for you to actually get the help you need without pulling your hair out. And this is the most crucial takeaway. Every request, every problem, every little update, it's all tracked in one single place. No more lost emails, no more forgotten phone calls. Everything has a digital paper trail from the second you ask for help to the moment your problem is totally solved. So why is having one system so powerful? What's the big deal? Well, it really comes down to 4 key benefits. You can think of them as pillars that create a way better IT experience for absolutely everyone. Let's walk through them. First up, speed. When you put in a request, ServiceNow can be smart about it. It automatically assigns it to the right person or team. And if it's a huge deal, like a whole server is down, it gets flagged with high priority. That means the most important problems get tackled first, which means less downtime for everyone. Next is organization. And this is huge because every single request, from I need a new mouse to the entire network is on fire, goes into the same system. Nothing can fall through the cracks. It's all logged, it's all tracked, and nothing gets lost in the shuffle. The third pillar is automation. Just think about all the routine, repetitive tasks an IT department has to do every day. Setting up new accounts, password resets, installing standard software. ServiceNow can automate so much of that stuff. This frees up the brilliant IT pros to focus on the really tough, complex problems, instead of just clicking the same buttons over and over. And finally, visibility. And this one is a game changer for us, the users. Instead of having to call or email IT and ask, hey, any update on my issue? You can just log in and see the status for yourself. You can see who's working on it, what they've done, everything. That transparency just cuts down on so much frustration. Okay, so that automation pillar sounds pretty cool in theory, right? But let's look at a perfect real-world example of how it actually works. This is where it gets really impressive. Picture this. A new employee is joining the company. The very moment they're added to the HR system, bam, ServiceNow automatically kicks off a whole chain of events. It creates tasks for different teams, one to set up a laptop, another to create an email account, and a third to grant access to all the right software. The result? That new hire shows up on day one, and their computer, their email, everything, it's all ready to go. What an amazing first impression. So when you put it all together, the difference is just, well, it's night and day. Let's do a quick before and after comparison to really hammer home the impact of a tool like ServiceNow. This really lays it all out. On the left, you've got the old way. You call into a black hole, nothing is really tracked, and things just move slowly. But on the right, you have the ServiceNow way. A user creates a ticket, it gets assigned automatically, every single step is documented, and the whole process is just so much faster and more efficient for everyone. It's a completely different world. So if you ever need that perfect one-sentence explanation for your boss or a coworker, this is it. It's a tool that takes all the chaos of IT support and organizes it into one single, efficient, and totally trackable system. It's really as simple and as powerful as that. And that leaves us with one final thought. We focused a lot on IT today, but this core idea of a central hub, a single source of truth for all your team's requests and processes, can be applied to almost any part of a business. So the real question to think about is, where could a system like this transform the way your team works?